Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Isaac Weeb. I'm a graduate student here at Carleton University. In this video demonstration, I'd like to show you how the GStreamer pipeline is capable of transmitting video footage from the Raspberry Pi camera here, located on the drone. You can see here it's attached to the Raspberry Pi, and transmitting it to a host computer, my MacBook Pro. So for starters, let's review what the system components are on this drone here. So we can see that there is a mobile broadband adapter attached to the drone. It's connected to the Raspberry Pi via USB. Alternatively, it might be better to use a wireless adapter to connect to a local area network. We see here that the Raspberry Pi is being powered on by an external power source known as the Pi Juice hat. In order for GStreamer to work, however, we must have the Raspberry Pi powered into the wall outlet, as you can see here, the second power supply on the right. And that's essentially all you need. You need power and an internet connection. So without further ado, let's set up the pipelines for both the server and the client side. So the first thing we want to do is we want to access the internet, and the SSID should be the ones that we configured here, so E8372-1485. So we'll connect there. Now we're on the Raspberry Pi's internet, again the one provided on the mobile broadband, and now we want to SSH into the Raspberry Pi. So to do this, I SSH pi pi.local. And the password is Raspberry. Here we are. Okay, so we want to launch the GStreamer server. So I've worked out the pipeline for GStreamer as this pipeline right here. I'll copy it into the terminal. So the pipeline reads GST launch 1.0 auto video SRC. So audio video SRC plugin, that's taking the video footage from the installed Raspberry Pi cam. And then we need the plugins decode bin and video convert and X264 encode to convert these video footage into packets that can be sent over UDP transmission protocol. And the RTPH264 pay would basically tell us our payload is X264 encoded. So we end the pipeline with a sync, and we set the host to be the host of the device connected to the network. So that would be this MacBook Pro 192.168.8.101. And we'd be transmitting on port 5000, and I set sync to false. So let's go ahead and do this. So it identifies the camera, and now it's going to start streaming. Unfortunately, this pipeline's a little bit laggy, so that's kind of something we have to deal with. I believe that the network is unsustainable for streaming, but okay. We will now copy over the MacBook Pro receiver pipeline. It's a little bit more involved because we have to negotiate GStreamer capabilities. So from a conference that I read, this is, and a few papers, this is the appropriate capabilities that must be used. Otherwise, you'll get a GStreamer error, not negotiated error, which is very annoying. But if we have the provided capabilities, so I'm just gonna expand this here, or contract it. Let's contract it. So we're taking the source from this IP address, which is our own IP address on port 5000, and then the capabilities, we can see this caps thing here will basically kind of encode. We'll basically just say how the video is coming towards us, and this is something we need. So I click enter, and after a few seconds, maybe 30 seconds, it'll finally pick up the video feed. This, unfortunately, this method of transmission is very slow. So it'll take about, okay, here we go. All right, perfect. So now we can see the video footage transmitted from this camera here. You see the camera over here. Let's move the camera and we'll see how laggy this actually is. So I'm slowly turning the drone, and my estimation is that this is about 30 seconds of solid lag here. Of course, don't want to break anything or twist it. See if we move the camera slowly, maybe see some other things that are interesting. Yeah, this is very laggy. Yeah, we can see here more interesting stuff around the room. So it's pointed in a different orientation, so you can kind of see different things in this room. Let's move it back to the default orientation, and I'll go back to where it was. So notice here that the GStreamer pipeline has yet to cause the Raspberry Pi to crash. We see here that the wireless mobile broadband adapter is still powered on and the stream is still running. But if you unplug the power source from the wall outlet, then GStreamer will crash in a matter of seconds, which is kind of an unfortunate error that does occur in practice. So this is a kind of a first steps of streaming video footage from this Raspberry Pi camera over GStreamer and UDP. Thank you very much for watching this video demonstration, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye for now.